I smoked weed and shit when I was in high school first, but then was accepted with using drugs. So I was like, fuck yeah, this is my life. Like, this was happiness to me.
Do you believe that that's kind of where all that addiction stuff comes from?
Yeah, 100%. That's how people want to be accepted. No one just starts using drugs by himself. No one's going to go, oh, today, wake up, I'm going to go buy some fucking speed. I was introduced to speed, which was down another route. But if heroin was put in front of me when I was that age, I would have done it. No questions asked. Just being grateful for what you got. I didn't realise what I was grateful for. People don't realise what's right in front. Bro, can you pick up your phone right now and call someone that cares about you? Bro, there's people out in this world that can't do that have no one. You know, they don't have a warm bed. They can't support themselves.
Was there anything negative that came out of prison for you? Or was it kind of like a positive experience in a way?
Positive as fuck for me.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Real Drug Talk podcast. A really quick one before we jump into the episode with Darcy, because I got to get out of here because this dog wants some food. We're going to be focusing heavily on video first podcasting. So if you only just listen to us, jump over and have a listen to us on Spotify and YouTube and give us she wants to say hello. Give us a subscribe because it really helps us to push through the ranks. And expose the podcast to people that might be wanting some help. And also we get a little shadow banned on our social media sites, YouTube and other ones. So we would love it if you subscribe to our email newsletter, which is the Good Gear newsletter. And we have a bit more of a raw, uncut conversation and opinions around alcohol and drugs. It's there to help people beat addiction with tips and tricks, help professionals connect and build their AOD career, because we do lots of interviews with experts, and also for change makers that want to push for policy change, as we do some policy work as well. So would love if you joined up and signed us up there. I'm going to bounce and get out of here and feed this doggo, and enjoy the episode, guys. Peace. Okay, so on today's show, we got Darcy, and the question I want to open with is, have you always had this much energy, man?
Fucking hell. Oh, bro, back when I was cooked as fuck, I was bouncing around all the time, wigging out all the time. But now, I'm just high on life, bro. Like, I get up 2:30 every day, bounce out of bed, bro. I don't fucking sleep in. I'm just fucking, I kill it. But bro, I'm high on life, bro. And this is how every cunt can feel. Oh, every person can feel, bro.
Swear away.
No, that's what I'm trying to show everyone. Yeah, sweet, bro, sweet.
So did you use amphetamines?
Oh, bro, everything except heroin. Everything except heroin. So I started off on speed, and then I started off on speed. Like, I smoked weed and shit when I was in high school first, but then I got introduced to speed when I was about 13. So I was like eating speed at the start, then I started smoking speed for most of my life, and then, well, about 5-6 years up until I was about 18, and then got off that for a little bit, got good for a bit because it's something that happened.
Yep.
And then I started using coke, because coke's is a party drug. Everyone does coke, and I was just like, well, it's not ice, it's coke, you know, it's sweet. So, and then I got just as fucked up on cocaine as I did on ice. And then I went back to ice after that, and then because ice was cheaper than cocaine. So that's how I justified it.
Because in Australia, cocaine's super expensive, right?
Oh, fucking oath, bro. You can buy a gram of fucking ice that lasts you ages longer than a gram of rack. I snorted a gram of rack in one line, bro.
Yeah.
Budget, bro. Budget.
So you're not one of those people when you used amphetamines, coke, meth, whatever, like you didn't slow down. You like,
fuck no.
You stayed up and about. Yeah,
I would not, like, I was bendering since, like, I would stay awake I wouldn't try and stay, I would just go for as long as I can. So I would go 7 days normally. Well, for like most of my life, I'll go 7 days and my body would shut down, and then I'll just wake back up and then keep smoking pipes. That's just how I lived. I was stealing, fucking crime, fighting, and painting trains. Like, I was a little lad and shit most of my life, and stealing.
Oh, nice. So you did graffiti and shit as well?
Yeah, but I used to paint trains, everything, but I love it.
There you go.
I still love graffiti, bro. Deep down, I look on the highway and I still look at trains and panels and everything, bro. I love it.
That's interesting. Me too. Because I'm from Melbourne. Graffiti's really, well, I don't know anymore, but it was when I was growing up. It
still is, bro. You're just not in the scene anymore, bro.
That's right. That's
right.
Right.
It's always pumping. It's just you're not looking at it every day, you know.
That's right. But I'm like you. I still love it. Like I get on the train sometimes here and see shit, and I'm like, fuck, it's cool, you know. And people think I'm a fucking degenerate.
No, bro. I look at it as an art form, bro. I love graffiti. I love it. I like the whole lifestyle with it's fucking toxic. There's great artists out there that like Soffles, everyone else that's just a fucking freak that I fucking be like, how do you do that? I was just a tagger bomber, just run fucking paint a quick fucking throw up on a train and just fucking fight cunts and smoke ice, bro. That's all I did.
Yeah.
I was never really a full artist, but I'd just fucking sit there for hours off my head drawing and fuck go out, paint the streets, graffiti, fucking. I was more of a vandal, bro. I wasn't an artist.
Yeah.
You could say I just loved graffiti and getting my name out there, getting noticed for things. Because because in that whole life, bro, I was always seeking validation, always seeking attention and stuff like that since a young age, just to like to fit in, to be a part of something. So if I could graffiti and everyone starts seeing all my tags everywhere and anything like that, I was like, fuck yeah. So in my head, I was going to fucking, like, you'll know when I tell my story, bro, when I do something, I'll fucking do it. And every little tag I had, I was the most fucking, you knew me, bro, everywhere, cunt. Every pole, every fucking rooftop, bro, I'd be fucking everywhere, cunt.
And that's how you are with social media as well. I love it. So we might start. we might start there actually. So give us the. You don't have to stick to it, but give us the 3-minute like version of your story. Give us, if you were to tell me in an elevator, like give me the little blow by blow
of my whole life
of your story. Yeah, it's
bro,
a challenge.
You got 3 minutes. Fuck, 3 minutes. Fuck, 3 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes. Bullied in school. Was fat. Hated myself, okay, started seeking attention, was smoking drugs, or doing drugs. Yep. You know, made friend groups in the wrong places, but in those friend groups I was accepted. I wasn't judged, okay? Yep. See, I was judged a lot when I was a kid, when I was fat, so I had insecurities, wasn't confident, everything like that, so I was picked on, hated the world pretty much. So then that's why I fell into drugs. Yep. Was accepted with using drugs, so I was like, fuck yeah, this is my life. Like, this was happiness to me. It was like drugs was how I fit in, how I made friends. I made groups of friends. And my role models were mates older brothers, and these older brothers were junkies, jailbirds, crackheads, like, you know what I mean, heroin users. These were my role models, bro. Yep. You know, this was at 13. I started using speed and everything like that because that's what they were doing, you know, and I was doing whatever they did. So I did breaking enters, graffitiing, felt in the whole Ash life. I was a little lad, you know, stealing, ran away from home when I was fucking really young for like 2-3 years. Living on the streets, crack houses, in and out of fucking trouble with the police, obviously, everything like that, fighting, non-stop crime. That was my life, you know, smoke, ice, steal, fight cunts. No, that's just my whole life, you know, and then ended up in a bad situation, bad place where a few mates stabbed me in the back. Tried taking my own life when I was 18, got off the drugs. Okay, tried turning my life around when I went overseas, away with my dad. Came back 6 months later. Got involved in the cocaine scene, got involved in partying, fucking nightclubbing, everything like that. And then fell in the old trap about wanting to seek that attention again because I wanted to be the one selling the drugs. I started selling drugs in nightclubs, things like that. And that blew up and then everyone knew me, but see, I was getting attention. Yep. So then I started using coke, quit my normal job that I had because I was making a fair bit of money. So I'll just party on the weekends. It's better during the weekends. During the week, I'll just come down, feel like shit. And then I started fucking, you know, using Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then just Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then next minute, I'm snorting coke every day in my room. You know what I mean? Just by myself, eating Valium, snorting cocaine, just pushing away everyone I love, got in a real bad spot. And then, you know, got in a fair few fights and shit like that, but got in a fair bit of trouble for when I was out. Because that whole violence shit, I was always had it in my head. I would always I'll promise myself when I was younger I'd never be a victim. So I always had that mentality. If someone disrespected me or someone said something to me, I'll just punch them in the mouth, bro. Yep. That was just how I always reacted. So I did that most of my life, boom, then fucking come down, feel like shit, just in a very bad spot again. Yeah. Got raided, got my door kicked in, fucking raided, got done with a fuckload of drugs, heaps of assaults, got out on bail, went up to Cairns to get away from everything, to start a new life. I was out on bail, I was still off my head, went up to Cairns, had a bag of rock, fucking bottle of Valium, drove up to Cairns, met up with a mate up there who was going to look after me while we looked after each other. I ran the ball up, ran through, collected money, all that sort of shit, and ended up getting another not a real bad fight. I hurt someone real bad up in Cairns, in an altercation, because again, I thought he was disrespecting me, but I was on Xanax and fucking ice, fucking heaps of shit. And then got in a fight up there. The next minute I was locked up in the Cairns jail up in Cairns. So it was my first time. Then I went to jail. Did about 8-9 months jail, then got out on Supreme Court bail. So I started to face all my charges, came out, did the right thing, changed my life around, making my family proud, everything like that. And then went back to jail on the old charges. So I had to go back for another 8 to 9 months. So all up to about 16, 17 months. Yeah. So, but I came out, changed my life. Like, I didn't even fall back, but I had to go back to jail to serve on my old charges. So I did about 16, 17 months all up jail. So, and then came out the next time and then started to fucking really because I found out before I went to jail, and what really spun me out, like I know it shouldn't have, but found out my old girl had cancer. So we're just going through battle with mum, and all I knew how to do was escape my problems my whole life, was get fucked up, escape it, don't face it. That was my whole life, how I did everything. So Then I got out. I had the fear of jail. All I was worried about was my mum passing away while I was in jail. So every night I was just fucking crying to myself fucking hundreds of times, thinking that I'll never be there for mum's funeral and I've never made him proud my whole life because I never did. I started smoking. I started using. Face to face, I did become probably the most successful personal trainer, if not in Australia, if the world, within 4 weeks. I was doing 100 sessions a week PTing. Okay, if you ask any PT out of there, you ask them what numbers they do a week, 100 doesn't exist. So I was doing 100 sessions a week plus doing group sessions on a Saturday. I was doing that for about a year and a half, killing it, made my mum and dad proud, killed it, just kept doing that, just made a big. And then I made a name for myself in the online world, start throwing coffee on my face in the morning, fucking yelling, let's go. And, but it was just this show everyone, I'll get to it, but I'll show everyone my routine and structure saved my life. I learned that in jail. So jail taught me with routine and structure, like you can do anything. Your mind will clear. Even though I had mum going through all the cancer stuff and I thought I couldn't be there, all that sort of shit was on my head. I missed mates' funerals, everything while I was in jail. But that was my own fault and I had to accept that. That was my choices. So what I could control is what I did every day. So I woke up at the same time every day, ate at the same time, trained 3 times a day, kept my mind clear, started journaling in the mornings, all that sort of shit, had a cold shower in the morning. All this stuff is blends in my morning routine. And that's why I throw the coffee on my face. It's just fucking dumb. So when I was in the shower in jail, obviously, I didn't have a kettle or hot water in my cell. So when I started the shower in the morning, I'd stand under there and I'll get my coffee cup and I'll fill it up in the shower and I'll drink my morning coffee in the shower. That was like my morning little thing I did. Okay, so I did that every morning. Then I'd sit down, journal, meditate, do all that sort of shit, and go out and do my day. But then I just wanted to show everyone when I got out, like how I did it. Anyway, so that's why I started throwing a fucking coffee on my face and it took off. Okay. And
everybody's got to go to his Instagram and watch that, by the way. It fucking cracks me up. And without fail, since I've been following you and aware of you.
Whenever I miss a day, cunt.
Never misses a day. Coffee is on the face every day.
Every day, bro. They're not retakes videos. All my videos are fucking recorded on the spot. But so and then started making an online platform and people reaching out to me being like, man, how'd you change? Because I started putting my story out there a little bit. Like my before and afters of obviously when I was drug fucked, when I was really fat, because I got real fat as well. And then people like, man, how'd you do it? And I just put what I do in my daily routine into a program and then a lot of mental health work like meditation, goal setting, fucking gratitude, all that sort of shit into a program. And then I'm also a PT, so I've got an app as well where I got all my workouts. I do all their meal plans, all that sort of shit. So I do everything. And then I also hold everyone accountable. So I go message all my clients every day, voice notes. It's like I'm talking to you on Instagram. I message all my clients. I hold them accountable every day. It's not just, I'm not like any other online coach in the fucking world, bro. Okay. Like I'm there because the people I help and support are people like me that will like in my spot because they can relate to me. Yep. Okay. So most of the people I deal with are ex-addicts or addicts at the time. Okay. I deal with people that are really overweight. I deal with people that are in a very bad spot in their life. So they're the type, that's the whole demographic that I help. And every single person I've coached, I've changed their life. Every single person. Okay. I've never found anyone coaching message, anyone that coached, anyone on my following all my transformations. My transformations are the best online, bro. Have a look at my Insta. They're fucking hectic. Okay. And that's because I get people's mindset right and I'm there to support them too. Okay. So I don't just give them a meal plan in my program, like, all right, good luck, have a good day. I chat to them every day. I make sure they're doing everything every day. I get them to send me their meals, send me their fucking workouts, send me all their shit. Speak to me every day. If they're having a bad day, fucking tell me and I'll help you through it. Like I'm like part psychologist too.
So I've got so many questions about your whole story, but how do you have the energy to do, like how many people you got and how do you do that?
I've got about like 400 online clients now, around 400 mark. And then it's just, and I've got people, like 50, about 50 of my clients, they're old clients that ran out of money, whatever, bad situation. I coach them for free. I got clients there I help out for free. Like obviously I don't do their meal plans and training programs, but I'm just there to help support them. Like if they're having a bad day, I'm just like, how are you? You know what I mean? Like it's not just like if you're not paying me, I don't want to know you. But like obviously like I'm not going to go above and beyond. Like I'll just be there as like a mate sort of thing. But like I love it. The energy you should see. You see the feedback messages I put up on my Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
These messages, people say to me, man, I've tried rehab twice. I've gone to psychologists. I've tried medication. I've tried going to doctors. I've been to jail. I've done everything I could. Psychiatrists, everything like this, and I could never change. And ever since I've been with you, I've been sober.
Yep.
Drop the mic, cunt. You know what I mean? Like that sort of shit. And I've had people being like, I literally was trying to take my own life a week ago, and now I have a reason to live. I got mothers and fathers that message me saying like, I just wanted to walk away from my kids and kill myself. You know, now I'm the mother and father I'm meant to be, role model I'm meant to be. Like that's where I get my energy, bro. Yeah. And changing lives proper, not just like saying I am. Like I know I am.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not like anyone else out there. I know what I'm doing is not like anyone else in the space, bro.
Yeah.
You know, because most of the people haven't really gone through the struggles I've been in, and the people can relate to me, and I can hit them where it hurts. Like I tell people, do you want to be that fucking role model? Do you want to keep letting your fucking kids down? Do you want to fucking let your parents down? Do you want to be this? Like, well, I tell them people how it is, and they can relate to me. It's not like I'm saying this and I haven't been through this. It's not like, you know how in school, like a fucking police officer will come at assembly, or some fucking cunt from the fucking Broncos football team is going, oh, kids, don't do this, don't do that. How can I relate to you, bro? I don't give a fuck about you. You've been a spoon-fed cunt your whole life. You don't know. You haven't had a hard day in your life. You've got everything given to you. You're fucking, you know what I mean? Like, how can I relate to you? You don't know what I'm going through. But see, with what I do, I'm like, cunt, I've been where you've been times 10, brother. You know what I mean? So, and I give them hope. Like DRC Fit, I believe I am hope for people out there who are struggling really bad. And I know I am. And it's awesome.
Man, it's so cool. So what's it like being bullied? Like, how does that feel when you're a kid?
You just feel not enough, bro.
Yeah.
But you just feel not enough. You just feel insecure. Like when I was a kid, I was picked on for being fat. It's just like feeling alone. Like I was eating lunch every day by myself at the school. Like I would go at lunchtime, all the kids are laughing, go and play with their friends. You know, I'd eat lunch by myself. Like that sort of shit breaks you up. You know, in school football, when there's like school sports, like everyone picks their team. Like I'm not picked. I'm just the last one. Oh, fucking fat kid, Darcy. Yep. Come on. Oh, don't give him the ball back. You know what I mean? Like just not feeling accepted, you know, and then bullied for being fat. Like if I was eating something it was just one of the most biggest, well, I think the biggest memory I have when I was bullied for all that shit as well. But also I was alone, obviously, and I got told that this girl likes me in school. Yeah. Okay, and I'm like, nah, bullshit. Like I'm just fucking a little 12, however fucking young you are in school, I don't even know. But and then she said, you know how you get set up for like your first kiss with a girl and that in primary school, and you get all excited and shit. Like, well, I didn't experience that then, but it's just like I got set up for that. So everyone's like, oh, she's gonna meet you down the back oval this time, and I'm like pumped, I'm nervous, and fucking, oh my god, like no one even talks to me. How can this even happen? And then went down there, and there was just a group of kids there laughing. They started throwing shit at me, and I just ran home crying. Yeah, you know, and I just went home, and that's what at home. All I do is numb myself with food. I didn't know what I was doing, but I'll go home and just eat shit and cry, and then just sit in my room alone and play games and just try to escape reality. I didn't want to go to school. Like from a young age, I fucking hated school. You know, I hated school carnivals. I didn't go to sporting events. I'd pretend to be sick all the time. You know, if I didn't go, that's when I started. And just spiraled from there.
Man, I love hearing you talk about it. Obviously not because I love hearing that you're in pain, but I guess like you're a bit of a frame breaker because of how you look and some of the things that you've been through now with like prison and stuff. And even even if people like talk about that shit, they don't really talk about it like you know, like kind of going into the depths of it. So how much do you think that experience of being bullied when you were younger, like kind of shaped how the rest of your life panned out? Like, do you sort of believe that stuff or not really?
Fucking oath. Yeah. Fucking oath. It did, because what do you think I'm doing when I'm going into high school? I was alone. I had no friends groups. I had no circles. Like everyone goes into high school and you've got one or two mates that go with you. Yeah. You know someone in high school that you can sit there and have your lunch with. But I fell back in the same environment, but scarier because people are football players. They're fucking jocks. They're fucking groups of good-looking girls. Like you're hitting puberty. You're starting to get older, and I'm not feeling accepted. I feel I'm part of something. So then, of course, I'll do. I wasn't fucking fitting in. I wasn't trying out for football teams, bro. You know, I wasn't going down and playing football with the footy boys. You know, I wasn't doing any of that. But what I could do was fit in with the kids that were going down the back over for smokes, or the kids that were not giving a fuck, rebelling. They accepted me in because as long as I did what they did, it doesn't matter what you look like. Yeah. Okay. It doesn't matter who you are. If you do what. If you break the rules, you're cool. Yeah. You know, that's where I fell into it, and that's where I fell in love with crime, graffiti, fighting, because that's where I sort of found that I wasn't a victim anymore. Because once I started getting involved in that, I did martial arts from a young age, so I always knew I could fight, but I always was taught how, but I never knew I actually knew how because I was too scared. Yeah. You know, I was always a victim. Like even when I was in primary school, I probably could have stood my ground when I was bullied in that, but I wasn't confident enough. But then when I got to high school, I started hanging around these kids, started using drugs and all that sort of shit, wagging, doing this sort of shit, going to parties. And then it's like, and that's when I just promised myself, and you want to make a name for yourself. You want to be a part of something with these kids, and making a name for yourself in that scene is not being a fucking sook, not being a victim, not copying any shit from anyone. So from then on, I was like, something snapped in my head, and I'm just like, I'm never being a victim again. Yeah. You know what? I'm not copying. Like, I would fight, but I was the only one in my high school that would punch on with big islanders. I'd be going there, I'd be like, come on, you fucking cunt. Let's go. And I'll punch on with anyone. But that's because I didn't care. Like, if anyone disrespected me or anything like that, and that's how I sort of got in that. So I just was fighting and graffitiing. Like, I was always the one to throw the first punch. I was always the one to back up a mate if they were getting something like that. I'd always be in. That was loyalty to me, was fighting for someone, or, just like, that's how people knew me, was like, oh, fuck, he'll punch, like, he can punch on. And that's how it got me in a lot of trouble. But then that's how I always just like, as I said I'll never be a victim again. And I never was a victim again. And people did fear me, and people did know my name, and I fucking loved it. And I thrived on it, but for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Now people know me for.
So I was going to ask you, because I try not to listen to too much of people's stuff so that I can just like have a conversation like it's the first time I've kind of met you. But I did listen to a couple of things. Like, so do you believe that that's kind of where all that addiction stuff comes from? Is it from that, like that whole kind
wanting
of
to fit in?
Yeah, wanting to fit in.
Yeah, 100%. That's how people want to be accepted. No one just starts using drugs by himself.
Yeah.
No one's going to go, oh, today wake up, I'm going to go buy some fucking speed. Like, you get introduced to it, and you're like peer pressured into it, and you're like, oh, if these guys are doing it, I'm going to do it. Like, you know what I mean? I want to be a part of this. I want to be cool. I want to fit in. And that's when I was just, you could have fucking strapped up my arm and put a needle of heroin in my arm, and I would have said, yes, at that stage. But I wasn't introduced to that drug. I was introduced to speed, which was down another route. But if heroin was put in front of me when I was that age, I would have done it. No questions asked. And then over time, it's just, that's you in that lifestyle with being a lad, with being in the club, being in and out of fucking, like, being a crim, stealing, all that shit. You go out to steal to go get on. It's just being off your head, graffitiing all night, having chats in some little crack den, going out painting chains, going out painting the streets and fighting other cunts, and just that whole lifestyle. It's just, that's where I was accepted. So that's where I thrived, and that's where I felt like I was happy, and that's where I felt like I belonged. I didn't know there was any other way. Yeah. So, of course, that's where my addiction started. And then, obviously, over time, I didn't think I was addicted at that age, but addiction comes later down the track when you need it. Like, that's just like, wanting to fit in, like, yeah, good on, because everyone's getting on and that. But then when you start using by yourself and you start being like, fuck, I need a pipe, or, you know what I mean? That's when it all starts. But you don't realize until it's too late. No one knows you're addicted. No one goes into being an addict until it's too late.
That's right. Yeah. You don't walk in thinking I'm gonna be fucking hooked on this shit, do you?
No, you watch all the TV ads like, don't do drugs, and they come into school like, drugs are bad, and you're like, fuck off, cunt, I've had the most fun of my life on drugs. Yeah. You know what I mean? You don't even know what living is. You probably haven't even touched drugs. Yeah. But see, your mental health and shit, some people, like, with fucking bad mental problems, they start doing drugs, they get fucked out real quick. But most 90% of people, they start using, and the mental health side of things, the paranoia, the anxiety, the depression, that doesn't come for years later. Because you're caught up in the fun. You're caught up, I call it the honeymoon stage. You're caught up in the honeymoon stage, so you're using, having fun, going party, graffitiing, fighting off my head, painting train, staying awake for the longest. Like, longest I stayed awake on ice was like 13, 14 days. Longest I stayed awake on cocaine was like 10, 11 days.
13, 14 days?
But that was my badge of honor. That was fun to me. I started using when I was 13. So like young, running around, painting trains, staying awake for a couple of days is nothing. Like, the more gear I had, like, I'll just go steal more shit, get more gear. Like, it was a thrill. Like, with the rush you get from everything I was doing, like graffitiing, stealing, like the rush of being caught, the rush of a fight, all that sort of shit, you're not going to bed anytime soon.
Yeah.
And, with that sort of lifestyle, it's just rush. You're not sitting there bored in a room. When you start, like, that's towards the end of it, when you're addicted and you sit in a room smoking drugs by yourself. But in the stage that I was at the start, it was fucking go time. Everything was fucking full steam ahead. There was no boring part of it. You know what I mean?
So for everybody listening, maybe they're not in Australia. We get quite a few American people watching this. So, like, what's lad culture? Explain that, because you've mentioned that a few times. Just to give everybody a bit of an idea. Yeah.
Bro, it is just being a fucking junkie and a cream. Being a lad is just not giving a fuck. You don't give a fuck about your appearance. You don't give a fuck. Most of the times walk around with a rash tail, you know what I mean? You don't care about your appearance. You don't care about anyone else. You don't care about your family. You don't care about anything. You care about your brothers, okay? Your other lads that are around with you, your brotherhood that you're in. Just like bikies, whatever, lads are fucking the exact same. Lads are just like a very downgraded version of bikies. Yeah, but you have each other's back. You have your painting crews, everything like that. So you go out graffitiing together. No, that's fun. You'll get a bag or go steal paint together, go steal together, get on the rack, but not get on the rack, start smoking pipes. But cocaine is not the lad scene. No. Cocaine and lads are not in the same scene. Lads are ice. Lads is meth. Lads is smoking drugs, fucking injecting shit, fucking bad, proper drugs.
Yeah.
So it's just graffitiing, fucking fighting, just fucking not giving a fuck, rebelling against the system, fuck the system, you know, fuck the cops, everything like that. It's just zero disregard for everything that's right.
Yeah.
You know, and you just think you're in this lifestyle and you think you're hard, you think you're tough, you think everyone fears you. You know, like I'll fucking drive past a loud now and I'm like, you're a fucking flop. But you know what I mean? But it's just like that's because I look at it differently now. Back then, they were my older role models, you know, hard. But lads, like, they don't step down. Like, you always go up to the lad, they're going to fight you. So they got balls, okay? They don't give a fuck. That's the whole thing about being a lad. You don't care. It's this crime, fucking this. You don't fighting, crime, fucking graffitiing, fucking, yeah. It's a full-on lifestyle, bro. It's hectic.
And everybody dresses like with like even though it's that ratty, like people wear like Ralph Lauren and Nautica.
Fucking Tommy Hilfiger, Nautica, fucking Gant, fucking North Face, all that sort of shit. You know,
it's really funny.
Like all the stuff you can steal, but you know, anything you can steal.
It's really funny. I don't know if it's true, but like this older guy told me one time that was like 40 doing graffiti when I was like young, like 18. He told me that like the lad stuff started in Sydney because it was from people doing graffiti and they started dressing in all that shit because they wouldn't get pulled over as much by the cops because that's like what like old men and shit wear, you know what I mean?
It's like, respect. If you put that on with a long pair of pants, it's respectable. It's like a fucking people, like it's like a normal night, like there's a proper job, but not when you got a rat's tail and you fucking got no teeth in your head, cunt, and you're fucking wired.
That's right.
It probably did. That sounds about right, bro, to be honest, because they want to not get detected.
He said he said it started like that, but then I don't know, it just kind of turned into
it went to shit. Yeah. Well, that's like, it was like, that makes sense because like, even when I'd go stealing and shit like that when I was younger, like I'd always just wear like, sometimes I'd wear a button up, a nice pair of pants. Other times I'd go in like a tradie outfit, like I'd have a tradie shirt on, boots, stuff like that, and I was be stealing fucking polos, stealing fucking whatever I could, you know what I mean? And it's just like you got this appearance like you're not allowed. See, so it went in the complete opposite way later around the track because you don't want to be seen as that lad. You want to just cover yourself up. But every other time of the day I was wearing that shit. I fucking loved it.
So you go into that from what you said, and then when does like prisons and jail and stuff start coming in for you?
That's when I got involved in the coke scene. I went to jail when I was probably about 22, 23. That's when I started getting involved in selling coke and snorting a fuckload of coke and just fighting in nightclubs when I got a bit older. I had heaps of charges when I was younger. Just watch out, slap on the wrist. You don't really, stealing, fucking violent, like assaults. I had about fucking heaps of them. When you're young, bro, you get away with everything, bro. You know? And then that's when I went into my adulthood. And then I've got all these charges. They say your charges fucking disappear when you're 17. Bullshit. You cops still see it, bro. It's still on your fucking spreadsheet. It still got brought up at all my other big court cases at Supreme Court. They still brought up my whole history as a kid. So I had charges, fucking heaps of charges when I was younger. I got charged with graffiti. And with graffiti, every charge is one charge of willful damage. So at one point when I got charged with graffiti when I was young, I had about 1,300 counts of willful damage in one charge. 1,300. So that's for every graffiti tag they find of yours. That's one willful damage charge. Okay, so I fucking charge sheet when I was very young. So when I got older and got in a few fights, when I was nightclubbing, got done for a few assaults, I had a couple of assaults under my belt. Never really got any drug charges. Never really got caught with drugs. It was more violence.
Yeah.
And then I got caught with drugs after I got raided when I was selling a fair bit of gear. And then when I got raided, that's when I got my first lot of drug charges. And then got out bail on that, and I was on bail. I was on bail for that, and then I had a suspended sentence for another assault. And then while I was out on bail, I just got up to the same shit because in my head, I'm like, I'm still getting away with everything. I'm still bulletproof. I'm still invincible. I'm not going to go to jail. I'm fucking sweet. So I got out on this, just a couple of drug charges, more assaults, put it on the fucking list. You know what I mean? And then I went up to Cairns, got in another very bad altercation where I hurt someone, and then got the apartment up there got raided, and then all the boys' gear was out. None of the gear was even mine up in Cairns, but I just put my hands up for it because the raid was because of me, and I was loyal. That's what I was loyal. I'd always do whatever, and I'm like, fuck, I've got charges. In my head, I'm like, it's just going to go on the list. I'm not going to jail. I'm just going to get more charges, put on the list, just bank it up, I'll be fine. You know, and then next minute I'm on the way to jail on a jail bus, and I'm like, can't get me my lawyer. Where's my lawyer? they're like, can't you go to jail? I'm like, no way, you're full of shit. And then I was on the jail bus, and then I was sitting in jail, and I'm like, fuck, this is pretty real now. Because before then, I got away with everything. Well, not got away with it, but I got charged, and then see you later, okay, bail. All right, charge, yep, fucking suspended sentence. Fuck, yep, pay this fine. And I was just like, yeah, sweet, I'll pay that. No worries, sweet. And then once everything just catches up with you, bro.
Yeah.
So then you look at your whole charge sheet.
How long did you go for the first time?
So I was sentenced all up for 4 years, which is when that served 16 months was my whole sentence. Okay, but when I first got in there, I was on remand. So I haven't been charged yet, haven't been sentenced yet. Right. Okay, so I was on remand. That's where you're going on your charges, and they just got you in jail because they know you've done it, but you still got to go to court to face how much time you're getting. So I was in there for about 7 to 8 months on remand. So I was sitting there, not remand shit because you don't know what's going on. You're in there in limbo. You don't know when you're getting out. You don't know what's going on. You go to court case after court case. You know, it goes through, there's not just one court case, and then it goes to sentencing. So then I got out on Supreme Court bail. Like, we were waiting, but then I had my mum going through her cancer stuff, like chemo, everything like that, and I thought she was going to pass away. And then so we went for Supreme Court bail, which is something you can apply for on compassionate grounds to get let out so he can be with his mum. And then he comes back and does his sentencing, and then so you're given a sentencing date. And then you come back for that sentencing, and then you get sentenced, and then they could go time served, and then they add the time on or whatever. Right. And then, so I got out for a bit, you know, was there with mum and everything like that. She didn't pass yet. She's still going through all this shit now. It's fucking coming to the arse end of it now, but I've been given this time to make her proud, everything. I'm content as fuck now. You know, now I believe because I changed my life, I've been given more time with her. Yep. Massive believer in that. But then, then I had to go back to court on sentencing day, and that's when she gave me the 4 years, served the 16, 17 months. So you've done this amount of time, you've got to go back to this amount of time to finish it off. And that's where I went back to jail.
So you did 16 months all up. Like you mentioned before that, like one of the good things that came out of it was routine and discipline.
Structure.
Was there anything negative that came out of prison for you, or was it kind of like a positive experience in a way?
Positive as fuck for me. I was good. I went in there, you go in there, if you got a fucking a head on your shoulders, if you're arrogant, if you think you're the best top dog, if you fucking think you're hard, you're going to fucking figure out you're not real quick. But I went in there just fucking head down, did my jail. I wasn't fucking getting in fights and anything. And like I get along with a lot of people. And when you're going in there, you're not a dog or anything, bro. You haven't got anything to be fucking scared of, you know? Yeah. People go to jail and they're fucking shitting it. It's because they're either a dog or they're fucking, but most of them go to protection anyway. Or you're just fucking going on there on the fucking kid toucher charges or some shit. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, I was not proud of my charges, but I was going in there for assaults and drugs. Like, fuck, I didn't go in there with shit charges. You know what I mean? Not saying that I'm proud of my charges, but I had a fucking decent charge. I was going in there for a decent reason. I was a crim. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't really, and I just didn't know. I knew I could fight, knew I could do all that sort of shit. It was daunting as fuck. Like, I was scared because when I first went to jail up in Cairns, that's a black fella jail, but that's an Aboriginal jail. Right. You know what I mean? I was the only cunt in there with blue eyes. Like white little blue eyes. I was cracked out then too. I was fucking small eyes. I was nowhere near where I am now. You know, I was scared shitless. I was like, I'm going to get outed. You know, you don't know. You think jail, everyone's like, oh, jail. Like, you see it on the TV. I'm going to get raped. I'm going to get fucked in the ass. Everything's going to happen. Bro, you're not going to raped in fucking jail, bro. Okay? Like, you go in there, you might get bashed for being a shit cunt. But, bro, it's not like the movies, bro. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Maybe 20 years ago, or something like that, like back when jail was fucking like zero fucks. But now it's like, bro, you're not, bro. You're not. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. So with your structure, discipline and routine, and again, everybody's got to go and watch you throw coffee on your face in the morning. but I must admit, like, it's inspiring to me, just like the consistency that you have every morning.
That's exactly right.
You're in the shower, coffee's on the face, but then the next story, I think it's the next one, is like your goals written out on a bit of paper.
My gratitude list.
gratitude
the
list.
reason why I'm doing it, everything like that. Yeah. It gets, then I get into the real meaningful shit. It's still,
That's right.
It all gels in, bro. It all gels in.
And it's really cool because it does show like that if you do something consistently, it will make changes for you. And all the people that I work with, the difference between the people that have success and don't have success is the ones that consistently actually do something different. You know, they could even be doing
100%.
the wrong thing or something fucking weird a lot of the time, but just because they do it like consistently and they do the right stuff, it changes, you know, their life changes.
100%.
So what is your routine? Like, what do you do? Talk us through, like, did you say you get up at 2:30 in the morning?
Yeah, every day. I've always done it. I know everyone looks at me weird, but when I started personal training, when I first got out of jail, because I wanted to make something of myself, and when I started working in a gym, like a PT, that's where I started. So I was getting up at 1 in the morning because I lost my license. So I was getting 1 o'clock every morning to get to the gym. I was doing clients from 2:30 in the morning till 7:30 at night, all day, you know, every day for 5 days, back-to-back sessions all day. So I'd get up at that time every day. And then 2:30 to me, that's about the sleeping. Okay, like, I know that sounds fucking stupid, but I'll bounce out of bed 2:30, but I'm ready to go. I'm in the shower at 3. Like, I get up fucking, 2:45.
So what time do you go to bed, did you say?
6:30.
Wow.
6:30.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like it.
But, bro, I get my sleep, bro. Because what am I going to do at night? Sit there and watch TV? I don't watch TV. It's a waste of time. Sit on my phone. I don't go on social media. So I'm massive on posting and all my message on there, but I don't scroll. I don't look at stories. I don't get involved in it. If you've commented on my shit, if you've liked my shit, I haven't seen it. If you follow me and I didn't follow you back, it's because I don't fucking look. I don't care. Social media is toxic, bro. Okay, and I don't use it. I don't get involved in it. When I first got out of jail, I got onto social media. I was starting to seeking that attention. I started seeking that validation, and I was just like got toxic because I felt amazing when I got out. Best I've ever felt. I felt exactly how I feel today when I got out of jail, bouncing off the walls, nothing could fuck with me, confident most motherfucker in the whole world, okay? Yeah. You know, but then that started to slip when I started to get on social media, and I recognised that, you know, because I was looking at my likes, I was looking at who viewed my stories, and this would consume my time, you know, and I felt like I wasn't getting shit done, and I was just like, and then I was down on myself and people weren't liking it, I'd only get 10 likes, or thing like this, I'm like, oh, what am I doing? Something's not right. People are working, people have got jobs, people fucking don't scroll, like, you know what I mean? Like, and then I got caught, and that's when ever since then, I haven't looked or scrolled or looked at a story for about 4 or 5 years, bro.
Yeah.
5 years, easy 5 years. Yeah,
but you post so much.
I know, but I post and then I get off, but I don't see who's like, look at all my posts. Do you ever see me reply to a comment? Do you ever see me like a comment? Do you ever see me do anything? No. It's just because I don't get involved in it because I think it's toxic. But I use it for a business. It's great for a business. I get my message out there. I get people that inquire. That's where I get all my clients. People message me on Instagram. I reply to my clients. That's it, and post. You know, that's it. I don't fucking get involved in social media. I just use social media, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I use it as a business tool. I don't get a month because it fucks with your head, bro. When's the last time you went on Instagram and felt good about yourself, bro?
Never. I was on it before, feeling shit, looking at you because you look the grouse, and I don't. You know what I mean? It's like.
But see, even a person that looks grouse, you know, will go on there and compare themselves to some person who means nothing to me. Yeah. You know, and this person might post the happy times on social media, but I coach most of these fuckers with blue ticks next to their fucking name, bro, and they're depressed as fuck. They put up all these photos, but where are these photos? They're out on a yacht drinking. They're in a nightclub drinking. They're at events drinking, snorting cocaine, using Xanax and Valium. Monday to Friday, they're sitting in a room alone using drugs. That's all they have. They're only out. They don't have goals. They don't have all this shit. They look like they've made it on there, but they've got nothing. You know, and that's when people like that reach out to me. They've got the biggest smiles. They look so happy on Instagram. They message me like, bro, I really need your help. Everything's fucked. I'm like, you look pretty happy on your last post, bro. Yeah. Okay, but it's complete. It's fake as fuck. Yeah. So I don't get amongst it, bro.
Interesting. So like, what's your advice to people? Because you have, like, as you said, you work with a lot of people that have mental health issues, addiction issues, you know, overweight, wanting to change their bodies, all that kind of stuff. And I'm getting the sense when I talk to you, you know, it seems like you have a different approach in terms of, like, if you want to call it like the treatment or how to fix that or how to change that for people. You know, most people are like talking about like therapy stuff and things like that. So, like, what's your advice to people? Like, what do you tell people? What do you teach people you know, like where do you suggest people start?
Just being grateful for what you got. I didn't realize what I was grateful for. People don't realize what's right in front of bro. Can you pick up your phone right now and call someone that cares about you?
I can, yeah.
Bro, there's people out in this world that can't do that, that have no one. You know, they don't have a warm bed. They can't support themselves. You know, there's people out there. I found this when I was in jail. I was sleeping on a metal bench with a mattress this thick. You know, it's all this shit you take for granted. Once people start being grateful for what they've got and realizing that life's not that fucking bad, it's your choices that are making everything bad. You know, it's good. And once they start doing positive things, and I'm just there to tell people, I point people in the right direction, just tell people life's worth living. You know, I say, I'm proud of you. I tell my clients when they're doing good, I'm proud of you. You know, like I'm backing them up all day because they're beating a hard spot. But anyway, you're not stuck, and no one is stuck. No one is ever stuck. It's bullshit. I've changed thousands of lives with people whose lives were fucked. Okay, I changed my own life. My life was fucked. Okay, I tried taking my own life. I tried doing everything. I fucking hated myself my whole life. Okay, but then there is a way out. Once you start moving in the right direction and start being grateful, just waking up and being happy for who you are. You can walk down a fucking street. You can breathe. You can make changes. Your body might look shit now. You're not stuck like that, bro. Okay? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I just give people this shine. I just shine a bit of a bright light on their shit life. Yeah. And then just point them, and then every day gets better and better. And I show them that. And I get every person I coach messages me the next day saying, hey, man, I've had the best day I've had since I can remember. I thank you so much. You've changed my life. This is one day. Yeah. Okay? Your mindset changes overnight. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Once you change your mindset and you start thinking about what you want and working towards it, that mindset changes overnight. The body follows, bro.
Yeah.
Okay? Once you're feeling good and you start making positive changes and you don't allow toxic shit in your life, you start doing the right things. You start working on yourself, not just going to a fucking gym. Gym's only a small part of what I do. Doing a weight session and something, doing a bit of cardio, that's small compared to waking up and actually working on your mindset every day. Actually remembering and getting your headset, getting your mindset right, and then your body follows. Yep. It's just, so I sort of, just give people hope and show them. And, it's awesome.
And it kind of starts from gratitude, did you say, right? Like you get people to focus on what they've got. It's kind of like the Instagram thing, right? Like that's what Instagram is like. It's like focusing on what you don't have rather than what you do have, you know, because you look
exactly.
At
people forget about shit. You go on Instagram, you forget about all the good shit you got in your life. You forget about the positive changes you make, and you start putting yourself down. Even if you're 10 days sober, you're doing great, you start looking better, life's fucking feeling amazing. You open your phone, oh, everyone's doing this, oh, fuck, he looks happy, oh, fuck, I'm shit, you know, and all these negative thoughts come in when you were just happy 2 seconds ago. Yeah. You were working in the right direction, you know what I mean? But even it's like reminding people like why they're doing what they're doing, like making your family proud, whether you want to look amazing. You know, don't forget that. Let's work towards that. Yeah. You know, and it's just about keeping your why fresh in your mind, keeping your goals fresh. You know, because over time, what happens with everyone is they try changing, right? And they get comfortable, they get lazy, they forget their reason why. They fuck up, and then they think everything's all fucked up when they're down in the dumps, remembering that why when like, oh, I was meant to have change for people. I was meant to do this. Oh, fuck, I felt I was meant to change myself. You get caught up in the moment. But if you remember that why and you remind yourself and you're fucking on the ball every day, you're not going to fuck up, bro. You're not going to write down, I'm going to be the best version of myself for my family and make everyone proud. And you're not going to go call old mate and message old mate on Wicker or Signal like, hey, bro, can you drop me a bag? It's just not going to happen. You know, if it's fresh in your mind, bro, it's just about everyone's mind slipping, bro, because they're weak. It's just a weak mindset, bro. But you got to have a strong mindset, you need to train it as much as you do your body. Having a strong mindset, having a weak mindset, is where once a week doing a gratitude thing. Mindset is the most important thing to work on. It's an everyday fucking thing.
So since you've had your transformation journey, obviously been a lot that's changed by the sounds of it, your body, your mindset, relationships, all that kind of stuff. Like, what are you the most proud of in your journey? Like what really kind of fills your heart when you think about it, and what's been the best thing that you've gotten out of this whole experience in terms of, that you're the most proud of?
Making my mum proud before she dies. All day. Making mum proud before she dies. And just being there for my family, though. Just making mum proud, bro.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. And do everything else is making them proud every day. Just supporting my family. I support them in every way. They don't pay for anything. They don't do anything. They just because I want Dad to spend as much time with Mum as she can before she goes. I want to not be stress-free, drama-free. And to make them proud. Like I said, my whole family are proud of me, and it's just something I've never done before. And that feeling just drives me every day. I write it every day, and on my list every day. You'll see me write down, no matter what happens to Mum, when a battle comes to her end, I write down, no matter what happens to Mum, even when a battle comes to an end, I'll still make her proud every day, even after she's gone.
Yeah.
Every day I write it, and I will. When she passes, which is probably going to be soon, it sucks. It's going to suck, but I've had the chance to make her proud. You know, she's got to see me get engaged. She's got to see me do good, change people's lives, become this person. There's something she deserves, you know, and she will not, and it will drive me more, because every morning I wake up, when she goes, I'll be like, I'll fucking do this. I'll smash today for you, Mum, still. I'll outwork anyone, bro. Anyone.
Yeah. Mate, it's so fucking awesome to hear that. And like, I hope everybody's like kind of connected to the episode as much as I did, because if I can be honest with you, man, like just from watching some of your stories and stuff, I didn't expect to kind of be as deep as we got with some of the feelings and emotions and some of the stuff you're about. You know what I mean? Like,
It's raw as fuck.
That's right. So
how else are you meant to tell it, bro? It's how it is.
I love it. And that's the special stuff that breeds connection. So where can people find you if they're picking up what you're putting down? Insta, yeah.
Instagram, DRC. I'm the first thing that comes up. You type DRC, don't have to see it, but DRC fits up it. Darcy, not Dr. C. Okay? Darcy. So DRC, and you'll see it on Instagram. I don't use Facebook or anything like that. I just focus on one platform, Instagram. If you message me on Facebook, I won't see it. It's just, I just focus purely on one platform, Instagram. That's where I thrive. I try to do everything, Facebook, TikTok, all that shit. And it was just, when I focus on one thing, I'm great at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly the same energy when I focus on destroying my life, fucking it up, defeating, smoking drugs, anything, old out, bender, any cunt. Okay, I was the best. Okay, but now I channel that into this, and I'm the best. I believe I'm the best online coach there is in the world.
I love it, man. Well, I can see it because the energy's high. So, hey, that's a good place to leave it, everybody. Thanks for listening. Go and check Darcy's stuff out on Instagram, and we'll be vibing you again soon. Peace, everybody.